Hello, viewers. My name is Professor Archbishop Chidiebere Ogbu. I've come to share with you in a word I call stay on your spiritual radar. I want to take you through the book of Isaiah 40, verse 31. I just want to read somewhere there. I say, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Now listen, the eagle lives in the mountain and loves the storm. It uses the storm wind to lift itself higher and uses the raging storm to lift itself above the clouds. The other birds hide in the branches and leaves of the tree during storms. I'll share this story with you. One day, a hunter has climbed towards a mountain while hunting, and he saw a little bird that lost its way and probably abandoned by its mother on the mountain. He had compassion on the little bird and took it home down the valley to his house to be raised amongst his many chickens. The little bird grew up amongst many other chickens and ate worms, ants, and rubbish, and lives as lives among these chickens. After many months, a friend to this hunter came to visit him in his house, and he saw this bird and noticed that it was different from the chicken. He brought this to the attention of his friend and said to him, "Surely, if this was a chicken, it is a rare breed of chicken, different from other chicken, because its wings are wide and big, its neck are long and thick, its beak are long, thick, and sharp, its eyes are big and wide, its claws are strong and look deadly." The hunter was not convinced, as he claimed, but this bird is warm, it eats ants and rubbish like the rest of the chicken. I need you to understand that the eagles do not eat dead things. It doesn't eat worms, it doesn't eat rubbish. They feed only on fresh prey, but it's hard to disconnect when you are bonded together. Very hard to disconnect. After arguing with the hunter rather, without convincing him that the bird is not a chicken, and determined to remove the bird from amongst the chicken, he came home one early morning and took the bird and climbed back to the mountain side. He spoke into the life of the bird, challenging it to fly, and proved that she is not a chicken. After speaking into his life, he threw her up and commanded her to fly. The bird, after wobbling and wobbling and wobbling, spread its wings wide and began to fly, soaring to the sky, for it was not a chicken but an eagle. And the man shouted, "I knew it, that you are not a chicken, but you are an eagle, for you look like an eagle amongst the chicken." Many people today who are eagle lives amongst the chicken. Eagles fly alone and at high altitudes. They don't fly with sparrows. They don't fly with ravens and other small birds. The eagle wobbled and couldn't fly initially because it lost its way and lost in its spiritual radar and came too low, living amongst the chicken, bonded with the chicken, eating worms, ants, and rubbish, thereby becoming a stomach animal without a vision. That is the problem with many people today. The problem people are facing today, because they have been lost in their spiritual radar system. and cannot be dictated for instructions and directives anymore. God has put his Holy Spirit in us, which is like a GPS directing a car or an aeroplane being controlled by the radar system. Once you are on the radar or on the GPS, you cannot get lost. Once an aeroplane disappears from the radar and cannot be seen in the radar anymore, there is a tendency and proclivity that it will crash and it will immediately be declared missing. Their GPS, which is the Holy Spirit, can no more function because it has been lost in their spiritual radar. Hence, they disappear into the low ebb of life and swallowed into living a visionless and stomach life of being followers rather than being leaders. I want to tell you this. There were two people who gave assistance to the bird. Two people saw this eagle and gave it help. The one that saw her stranded on the top of the mountain and took her from the mountain top down to the valley where he lived and kept her and nurtured her amongst the chicken and loved the bird so much that he couldn't discover who the bird is and kept it amongst his chicken and for himself. Sometimes people love you so much, they become your destiny killer. They love you so much and help you in life, but bond themselves with you. And we never know who you are, and we keep you amongst the stomach animals, and we never allow you to become that which you are destined to be. They love you so much that they will cripple you. On the other hand, the one that saw the bird in the midst of the chicken and discovered who the bird is and knew that it doesn't belong to the chicken and took it from amongst the chicken and took it back to the mountains where it belongs. When you are lost in your spiritual radar, most people will never recognize you. They may try to be of help, but they will classify you as the beggar they are trying to help, because they can only assess you based on the environment and the circumstances they saw you. They will never know who you are. Your prayer will be, and must always be, God, send a divine helper that will discover whom you have created me to be, that will discover who I am, even in my worst situation. Not one that will take me from the mountain where I belong down to the valley. Not the one that will take me from being the eagle who I am to being a chicken. May the Lord bless you.